Am I the jerk for yelling at a Karen after she almost ran me over in a Sonic drive-in? So this story takes place a year and a half after the pandemic started. At the time, I was around 13 years old, and I was going to spend a few days at church camp having a good time with old friends. The drive was around 10 hours, and we all had to cram into a small van and a minivan. We stopped after a while and got out at a Sonic drive-in to go get some food. We all waited in line to use the ordering machine they had at the benches, because most of us went to use the ones in the car stalls. It was me and two of my friends ordering, and we all put our orders in and sat on the curb to wait. We sat and waited and got our food a little bit later, and we're having a good time. One of my friends went to order more food since he was still hungry, and I went with him since our third friend went to use the restroom at a next door A&W. Me and him chatted while waiting on his food when out of nowhere, a white Nissan pulls more than halfway into the stall, almost hitting me and my friend in the process. The lady rolled down her window as me and my friend were standing up on the curb. The conversation went something like this. The Karen said, "Move, you stupid little kids. I reserved this stall." I then said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but my friend is waiting on his order here." I proceeded to point at the screen. The Karen wasn't having it, and she said, "I don't care. Just move. I reserved this spot on the app and I'm in a hurry." I tried to explain to her that my friend was waiting on his order, but she interrupted me and said, "Shut up and move, you stupid little brats. Just move." I was starting to get upset, but my friend tried to explain to her that he had an order still pending, but she called him a brat and lost it. I have a habit of getting really upset when people hurt my friends in any way because I consider them to be family. At this point, we had made a scene and I ended up screaming at her face, "Move it. I don't care if you reserved this spot, you almost hit me and my friend. You have no right to tell us to move." I ended up getting the attention of everyone in the stalls, the employees, and my church group, and I didn't feel embarrassed at all. I let her have it and put her in her place. And to be honest, it felt really good. She ended up going to another stall farther down after flipping me and my friend the bird, but I just sat back down with a smirk. Afterwards, the youth pastor talked to me one-on-one and asked what happened. I told him the situation that had just unfolded, and he was really understanding. He did get into me about saying cuss words, but besides that, he let me go without punishment or anything. Some other people in our group asked me what happened, and I told them the story, and my friend even pitched in. Looking back on it, it was pretty funny, but I feel like I could have been more patient and got my pastor to help me out. Was I the jerk? No, you were not the jerk. This lady almost ran you over. Honestly, you reacted much better than I would have. You don't treat kids like that. Like, obviously, there's an easy explanation for this, but the Karen just wasn't having it. So no, you were not the jerk. You didn't do anything wrong. This lady was upping the ante and treating children like garbage. She honestly got what was coming to her.
The full version of this story is on the Am I the Jerk YouTube channel, so check out the link in the description for it, and if there are any updates, that's where they'll be. And if you happen to use TikTok, even if it's only every once in a while, I definitely would recommend checking out the Am I the Jerk TikTok at Am I the Jerk. It's a great way to catch up on some old and new random stories here we have on the channel, but you might not actually ever be able to see them over here on YouTube. So check out the Am I the Jerk TikTok.